Well, hello there. Here are some of the most useful Notion widgets that you can find on the web, which you may or may not have heard of. Alright, let's start. Alright, so I'll be explaining how to add the Notion widgets as well in this video, but I'll be doing that only for the first two websites because most of them require the same process. So it's pretty easy. Alright, let's start with the first one. The first one is indify.co. It has quotes, live progress bar, weather, countdown clock, and even buttons. Alright, let's start with a clock. Create widget. Alright, so here's the clock. Now you can edit it however you want, creating a digital one, changing the color, and when you're done, simply copy this link, head over to your Notion page and paste, and then create embed. So it's pretty easy, and the process is same for each and every one of the widgets out there. Alright, here's the next one. getcairo.com. Now once you go over to this site, click on Notion blocks. As you scroll down, you'll see all these pre-built templates out there. For example, this is to count your water consumption, this is to count your exercises, and these four are all the timers. Alright, so let's try and edit one of these. So let's see for the water consumption part. Click edit. You see the block has been set. You can rename the block here, and let's suppose I want to measure my water consumption by the amount of liter of water that I drank in a day. So I'll set the goal to be, let's suppose, 5 liters of water every day. Now in this one, increase by, instead of 50, add 1. So whenever I click this plus icon, 1 liter of water is increased. Now customization, as you can see, is already available here with the icons, and you can change the color as well. For the timing, I'll keep it blue only. And remember, if your Notion setup is a dark mode based setup, then make sure you select this one. Once all the customizations are done, simply copy the link, head over to your Notion page, embed, paste. Now once that's done, you can see. Now remember, I changed the quantity of increase by to 1. So when I click this plus icon, the water level rises by 1 liter each time. Now this is how you can use Get Cairo to measure habits and much more. Now let's head over to the next one. Now the next one is widgetbox.app. Now this is also pretty similar to the first one, indify.co, and again it has a different design. For example, retro clock, analog clock, weather square. So you can basically choose whichever one you like. Alright, heading over to the next one. So the next one is notionwidgets.com. Now you can see again you have the tracker widgets, you have the button widgets, as well as the weather and everything. Again, you have the to-do list widgets as well. And here's the one which I think will be useful from this side, is the charts for Notion. So you can turn your databases into charts. So basically each website has its own perks and you can choose from a variety of them. Alright, so the next one is blocks.me, and this is also pretty similar to the ones that I showed before, but you can see the design is different. For example, if you like this design of the Pomodoro or the water tracker and even the habit trackers. So basically the design is different, the purpose is same, and you can choose which one you like. Now the last but not the least is widgets.so. And that's it. These were some of the major Notion widgets that I thought might be useful to you. Well, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.